Hello everyone, I'm Deb from Cooking with Mo and Deb. I'm in my kitchen. Mo's not here with me today, but I was making something that I thought everybody needs to know about this. It's called a cornbread, chipotle chili cornbread bake. It is so good. It is something I'd completely forgotten about until I was telling a friend about it today. And just telling her about it made me want to go home and make it. So that's what I'm doing. I've gone home. Actually, I went to the grocery store. I didn't have quite everything. So I came home and I've gotten it started. And I figured, well, while I've shared it with one friend, I may as well share it with a whole bunch of other friends. It is in our cookbook. I've got to look it up and see what page it's on. Pretty sure it's in there. I'm going to make sure here in a second. But it's called Chipotle Chili Cornbread Bake. It does have chipotle seasoning in it. If you don't like chipotle, you can do another Tex Mex or Southwestern flavor if you want to. I didn't actually have chipotle today, so I have Tex Mex. That's the spice that I use today. So that is totally up to you, and some of the other ingredients are totally up to you. I've already got some of it on the stovetop, and then I'm going to put it into a casserole dish, and then we're going to cook it in the microwave. So this dish is ready in less than 30 minutes, and that includes your prep time. So it's really fast and really easy and really quick. So let me tell you what. Hey there, Laurie. First thing I did was I put ground beef, 1 pound of ground beef into a skillet, which the skillet's still on the stove. It's finishing up. And to that, after the ground beef browned, I added 1 chopped onion and a bell pepper, and I happen to have a red pepper too, so I added a red bell pepper and a green bell pepper to my beef and let them cook. Thank y'all for the hearts and the thumbs up. Clicking on our page and giving us messages and likes, that helps us. It helps keep our page in front of you so that you won't miss out on anything, just like this dessert. I mean, it's not a dessert, it's a main dish that you're going to want to try. Hey there, Beverly. Douglas, Georgia is not too far from us. How cold is it there? It was really cold this morning, and it stayed pretty cold here in northwest Georgia. So anyway, to the ground beef, you've got your onion and your peppers cooking. And then you're going to add 1 can of chili beans. I've done that. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of salsa. So let me go over to the stove. I've got 1 cup of salsa that I'm adding. And I'm going to stir that. And I'm going to let it cook for just a few more minutes. Sorry, can you hear me now? Hey, Velma. I don't have on a microphone. When I'm by myself, when Mo's not here with me, I forget the microphone. I need her to remind me of that microphone every time. So on the stove, I've got my meat mixture cooking. So I'm going to let that cook for just a few more minutes. Hi there, Amanda. And what I'm going to cook this in is, this is a Pampered Chef product. You don't have to use this. You can hear me, Velma? Good. This is a deep covered baker. And I'm going to finish this cooking in the microwave. You're going to see here in just a few minutes what I'm going to do. You don't necessarily have to finish it in the microwave, and you don't have to use this pan, but this is what I'm doing today. So you're going to see how great that it works. But if you had like a Dutch oven or a casserole dish, it's probably not a 9 by 13, but a little bit smaller than a 9 by 13 casserole dish, you could use that and cook it in the oven. But I'm going to cook mine in the microwave while we're talking, and dinner is going to be done. Hi, Gail from Auburn, Georgia. I'm not sure where Auburn is. I know that I'm in northwest Georgia, and we had some cold temperatures this morning. Yesterday was the first really cold Halloween that I can remember in quite some time. It's been usually kind of warm, but I guess cold weather is coming. Like it or not, it's happening, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. So let me turn my camera down just for a few minutes. This is the deep covered baker, and it is from Pampered Chef. This is what I'm cooking my dinner in. So I'm going to take the lid off, and I'm going to go over to the stove and get my meat mixture that's been cooking. I'll be right back. Okay, so in the skillet I've got ground beef, a red onion, a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, an onion, chili beans, and my seasoning, which I use Tex Mex today. And so I'm going to pour this into my deep covered baker. So let me add this just right here. Hopefully I won't spill it everywhere. Okay. I did drain that beef after it browned, so you will want to do that. Okay, there we go. There, the meat mixture is done. Now I'm going to set this aside. But what you could do, if you wanted to, you can cook your peppers and beef all in this pan if you wanted to. I elected to cook mine in my skillet on the stovetop. But if you wanted to cook everything in here, you could do that. So I'm going to set this aside while I make a topping. So I'm going to take out my bowl. Now the topping is Jiffy cornbread mix. Do you love Jiffy cornbread mix? Who doesn't love Jiffy? It's ready in a jiffy, right? So I'm going to use 1 box of Jiffy cornbread mix. I'm going to pour it into my bowl. Okay, 1 box into my bowl. And then I'm going to use 8 ounces of sour cream. Okay. I'm going to turn this camera down so you can see my bowl too. I've got 1 egg that I'm going to break into my bowl. There we go. And then we're going to just whisk this together, kind of stir it up together. I think I'm going to have to go get a different spoon to get it stirred good, but let's see what happens. Just continue mixing until everything is combined. What are y'all having for dinner? Is it time for you to be making dinner too? My kids will be here in a little while. And this is this dish, the Chipotle chili cornbread bake, is one thing that they love. We will eat the whole dish. It will be gone in no time. There will be no leftovers on this one. Okay, good. My whisk has whisked it together really good. Okay. Now, if you wanted to add some jalapeno peppers to this, that would be a really good addition. You could put it in your cornbread, or you could add it to your meat mixture, either one. Okay, now I need to get a spatula to scrape the bowl with, so hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put the cornbread on top of the meat mixture. So here's our meat mixture, and I'm going to just pour this, kind of drop it all over, and we're going to then spread it to the edges. This is, like I said, it's one of our favorites, and you won't believe how quick and easy it is. How quick it gets done in the microwave. That's another thing. You won't believe that it cooks up in the microwave. Okay. Now I'm going to spread this to the edge. You know how the cornbread, the Jiffy cornbread, has kind of a sweetness to it? Man, that just makes this dish so good. That little sweet bite with, not real sweet, just a little bit. I think that's why I like the Jiffy cornbread mix, though. It's got that kind of a sweet taste. All right, so there we go. I'm going to put the lid on. And then this is going into the microwave for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Beverly, it is in a cookbook. Let me grab a cookbook and I'll look up the page while we're talking. This is our cookbook, if you haven't saw it already. Let me see what, I'm pretty sure I put it in here, so let me make sure. It is actually a Pampered Chef recipe too. I've made a change or two of my own, but you can also look it up with Pampered Chef. If you just type in Pampered Chef Chipotle Chili Cornbread Bake, it'll come up. Let me see where it's at. Main dishes and Chipotle Chili cornbread casserole. Oh my, I must have not put it in here. I guess I didn't put it in here. I can't believe I did not put that one in here. Guess what's going to go in the next cookbook? I sure did think I had added it, but I guess not. So I will definitely put this in the next cookbook because it is so good and just so easy. And so quick. Dang, I sure do hate that. But it'll come in our volume 2. This is our cookbook, Cooking with Mo and Deb, volume 1. We will one day have a volume 2 and it'll have this recipe in it. Now while I've got my Chipotle Chili Cornbread Bake, which is actually Tex Mex instead of Chipotle today, while it's in the microwave, I'm going to do 2 things. One is I'm going to shred some cheese. I've already shredded some white cheddar. I need 1 cup, so I'm going to shred a little bit of regular cheddar. So I can, what we're going to do is just put this right on top of the dish when it comes out of the microwave. What is a Mexican dish without some cheese, right? Yeah, I could have swore I put it in there, Beverly, but I guess I forgot about this one. Velma is having salmon cakes, creamed potatoes, and green beans for dinner. That sounds really good, Velma. I'm not really big. I've never made salmon cakes. Mo and I made them together. She mostly did it the one time we did it, and she makes them periodically, but I've never made them by myself. You know, I always shred my own cheese. Not always, I shouldn't say always, but as much as I can, I like to shred my own cheese. Buy a block and get out my grater and shred it myself. It tastes better. You don't have to, you're not paying someone to shred it for you, because it's not a hard job to shred your own cheese. So I'm going to add my cheese here. So this is ready when my cornbread bake comes out of the microwave. And the next thing I'm going to do is I have 1 small tomato. I'm going to chop this up because I'm also going to sprinkle it on top. And then it'll be done. You can serve it. I don't usually serve anything else with it. But you could have some Mexican rice maybe if you wanted to, or some Spanish rice. I do like to have some salsa on the side and some cream cheese, not cream cheese, sour cream. I'll have those items to serve with it or on it, however you want to do it. You could probably make a salad, I guess, if you wanted to, but it's really pretty hearty, so we will eat the whole thing ourselves. Hi there, Michelle. How are you? From Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, so it's just a really good, yummy dish. I know it's dinner time for a lot of people. Nadine, we're having pork burgers and homemade seasoned fries. Sounds yummy, Nadine. How are you cooking those fries? Do you have an air fryer? Are you cooking them in the air fryer? I have an air fryer, and I do tater tots in it a lot. I don't do my French fries in it as much as I'd like to, but that's a great way to do fries. Okay, so now my tomato is chopped up. Now when this finishes after 10 minutes, you're going to test the cornbread, and if it is, you know, if the center is done, then it's done. If you wanted to make this dish in the oven instead of in the microwave like I'm doing, all you need to do is whatever your Jiffy cornbread box directions are, it's cooked 15 to 20 minutes at how much temperature? 400 degrees. So if you were using cooking it in the oven, in your Dutch oven or in a casserole dish that you're putting in the oven, just use the directions for baking it that is on your cornbread box. 15 to 20 minutes or until that cornbread is done. And that's all it would take. And so when it comes out of the oven, I'm going to show it to you and you're going to just see how amazing it is. Hi Gina. First time watching from Franklin, Louisiana. So glad you joined us, Gina. And Nadine, you're cooking your French fries in the air fryer. That's great. I love them. I love potatoes done in the air fryer. It takes away that frying. You don't have to fry everything. You don't have to have all the grease. But yet, you get the great taste of French fries. And I love that crunchy that it gets. We've still got about 3 minutes before dinner will be done. The whole thing from beginning to end, you can do this in 30 minutes or less. That includes chopping up the onion, chopping up the peppers. It takes no time at all. It's just really, really quick. And sometimes I just love to have a really quick, easy meal. Don't want to think about too much of how to fix something or where to, what am I going to fix? That's always the hard thing for me, is what to fix. But when I was telling my friend about this dish today, I had forgotten about it. And then I remembered it and I told her about it, and it just made me want to make it again for us tonight. So that's what we're having for dinner. Instead of a chipotle, it's a Tex Mex cornbread bake. Just has a really good Tex Mex flavor. I just love it. So let me tell you one other thing. Before I remember this, I was going to make some soup. So I had set out some bread to have with soup. Have y'all ever used Rhodes dinner rolls? This is Rhodes dinner rolls. Have you ever used these? They're in the freezer section. And so this morning, I set some out because you have to let these rise. So I got out a cupcake pan, and I put 2, so they're kind of small. So I put 2 of these in each cupcake well, and I covered them with some plastic to let them rise till I got home. Let me show you what they look like. Here's my rolls. 2 of these are in each cupcake well, and look how they rose. I'm going to bake these. We're not going to have these with this dinner, but with soup, we were going to have this. You've never had these, Renee, you might want to take a look for them. They're Rhodes dinner rolls. These are really good. And if you want to take away the pressure of making amazing bread for the holidays, try these rolls. They are so good. But look how they rose. They're huge. Maybe one would have been plenty in each little cupcake well. But they're really good. You will love them. It's a good addition to your holiday baking, so that you don't have to worry about making amazing bread. I'm not really great at making bread, so these Rhodes rolls come in really, really handy. Hi Martha from Ashland, Virginia. They are huge, aren't they, Renee? Hi Peggy from West Hills, California. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, give them a try. I think you'll like them. Peggy, where is West Hills, California? I've been to a few places in California, but I'm not sure where West Hills is. So you're early in the day. It's not quite dinner time for you yet, is it? 10 seconds, and the chipotle chili cornbread bake will be ready. And we'll take it out of the microwave and see how it looks. I'm so glad y'all tuned in. Thank you for hanging out with me today while we're cooking dinner. Oh, there's the microwave. So let me get this out of the microwave. So let me tell you a little thing about the pan that I've used here. This is a stoneware deep dish baker, and it is made of stoneware, so it keeps the heat inside. So if you're cooking something that you want to wait to serve a little bit later, it's going to keep the heat in there, keeping it warmer a little longer than some pans might. But it's a great thing to cook. You can use this in the oven or in the microwave. Yes, it's really easy, Renee. I don't have the whole recipe posted yet, but when I get finished, I will post the whole recipe. It's in the video, but I'm going to post the recipe too. And I'm sure I'll have some pictures of dinner to show you. So let me take the lid off and you can see what it looks like. And we'll test it for doneness too. I'm going to test the cornbread and make sure that it's done. There we go. And you saw the steam come out. Let's see. Yes, the cornbread is done. So what I'm going to do now is put my cheese on top. I've got cheddar cheese and I have some white cheddar, regular cheddar and white cheddar. I'm going to put all my cheese on top. Then I'm going to put that lid back on and give it some time for the cheese to melt really good. So I'm going to let it set for a few minutes. And like I said, this is the only thing I fix when I fix this. You don't have to have a lot of sides to go with this dish. Try and get it not so crooked. You don't have to have a lot of sides. This is a one pan dish that's so easy. Beverly, I love my deep dish casserole like that. Yes, so there's so many things you can make in it, and I really love that I can use it in the microwave or in the oven. I think that's a great thing to do too. Linda, you know about Rhodes rolls. If you buy the bigger ones, they're perfect to make fried bread. Just stretch out the dough to around hand size, pie shape. Drop in 350 degrees oil carefully and brown on each side. Butter it and add a little salt and cinnamon sugar. Sounds yummy. Yes, thank you. It is yummy. That sounds like a great thing to do with the bread. You're right, Linda. I forgot to say that. So I bought these. These are in individual rolls like this. The Rhodes are, but they have them in loaves. They're small loaves. I bought those before too. And like Linda said, I have taken those and thawed them out and then spread them out and made a calzone using those rolls. So after it thaws and you can work with the dough, and I've spread them out and add some pizza sauce or some marinara and put some cheese and pepperoni and things like that into it. Hey Jolinda, glad you joined us. So there is, let's see if the cheese is melted yet. Cheese is almost melted, looking good. There you go, you can see it quite. So that is my dinner tonight. I'm going to, let's see, I need to let that cheese melt a little bit more, and I'll take a little dish of it out to show you what it looks like on the inside. But let me recap. I'll tell you what's in it. We started with 1 pound of ground beef, browned it, and I browned it with a chopped onion and a chopped bell pepper. I used red and green because I had one of each. You don't have to use all that much peppers. You can use one of either color. Browned all that. Then I added 1 can of chili beans. And then I added 1 cup of salsa. And just let that all cook together with 2 tablespoons of your seasoning. You could use taco seasoning if you wanted. I use Tex Mex because I'm out of chipotle, but chipotle is the seasoning of choice if you're going to make it a chipotle chili bake. So that the meat mixture is your chili part. And then I put it into the bottom of my baker, and then I mix the topping, which is 1 box of Jiffy cornbread mix and 1 cup or 16 ounces of 1 cup, 8 ounces, sorry, it's 8 ounces of sour cream and 1 egg. Mix all that together and put it on top. I put mine in the microwave for 10 minutes. You can put it into the oven and cook it in the oven if you'd rather. And if you do that, cook it in the oven with whatever your directions on your box of cornbread mix is. And in this case, it's at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Then I take it out and I added my 1 cup of cheese. I had a little more than 1 cup, but around 1 cup of cheddar cheese or your cheese of choice, and let that melt on top. And that's it. Dinner's done. Let me get a plate and a spoon and we'll dip a little bit out. All right, let's see how it looks. I've also chopped up a tomato to put on top too. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little on top. So here we go. There is what it looks like. You got the cornbread and the meat mixture and the cheese, and I'm gonna just drop some tomatoes on. And if you like sour cream, I'm gonna add a little sour cream to it too. Just like this. There we go. There is dinner. Might have to have 2 helpings of that amount, but that is what it looks like. It does look delicious, doesn't it, Linda? Martha, it's so good. You will love this. You got to try it. Now, there is a little juice in the bottom of it. The longer it sets, that kind of evaporates a little bit, but that's what it looks like. Hold on. Let me lift it up a little bit, and there's what it looks like in the pan. So, there you go. Renee, that looks really good. Yes, love sour cream. You're right. A little extra sour cream just tops it off, doesn't it? So let's have a bite. Would y'all like to try it? Yummy, yummy. Yes, you got to try it, May. Still a tad hot, but yes, it's really, really good. I actually used my homemade salsa in it, but if you have store-bought or homemade, doesn't matter, but I like the fact that I got to use my homemade salsa in it. I just love this cornbread. I know cornbread's not that great for you, or bread's not that great for you, but I sure do love this Jiffy cornbread. Renee, if you were here, I'd make you a plate. Instead, my children will have the rest of it after a while. Where'd I put my lid? Like I said, this stays warm for a while. I'm gonna keep the lid on it until they get here. And we will have dinner. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. Wasn't that easy? Easy and quick. And for your next meal, look for some Rhodes. They're not real cheap, but there is, in this bag, I think there's 40 rolls. 36. 36 of these Rhodes rolls in this bag, so you'll get plenty. Your husband will love it, Martha. And you're going to love it too. I promise you, you will love it. That truly does look delicious. My son is coming to visit Sunday for the day, and this is what we will be having for dinner. But we're going for this all the way. Linda, you and your son will love it. Definitely try it. You can make some changes in there if you want to add some jalapenos, make it a little bit hot, or you know, if you use a different color bell pepper, you can use any colors you want to. Olives would be good. If you want some more toppings, you can put some olives on top even if you want to. Yes. So give it a try. I know you're gonna love it. So y'all, I'm going to skip on out and finish getting things cleaned up and ready for when my children arrive so that we can have dinner and we'll sit down for a few minutes and eat together. Hope y'all have a great evening, and I will post the recipe for you so you can make it yourself. All right, see you later. Bye. Hi, Britt. Bye, Britt. Happy Wednesday.